Eddie looks away and makes a dismissive gesture. Smoke suddenly bursts out from underneath me and robs me of any visibility. Is there someone beyond that white shirt curtain? Eventually, my field of vision begins to clear. I keep my guard up, expecting anything. But who should appear but Yusuke? So I hadn't expected to run into him like this or relieved to see that he's safe. Eddie did say something about a challenger just a moment ago. If I recall that the P-1 Grand Prix that appears on the Midnight Channel looked a lot like some kind of fighting competition. Wait, am I supposed to fight Yusuke now? That's not funny at all.
Great. They're expecting you and me to fight.
Looks like. Sheesh, what's Teddy thinking?
Starting that up already? I won't let you get all buddy-buddy with each other. These battles are fought to the death. Only the victor can proceed.
This joke's gone on far enough, Teddy. We're not gonna play along with that.
Looks over at Yusuke, hoping that he would agree with me. But Yusuke did not appear interested in what I had to say.
Oh, really? I guess he should declare me the winner then.
Yosuke?
What, you don't plan on fighting, right? That means I win by default.
That was not what I expected to hear. What's gotten into you, Yusuke? Did you have some reason to be talking like this? Can't figure out what's going on. Yusuke continued to speak in a carefree manner and said something that I simply couldn't believe.
Oh, but is that okay with you? I mean, since Nanako-chan's here and all?
Nanako's here?
Wait, really? You haven't seen her? She's with Teddy.
That can't be. I saw Nanako back at the house when I left this morning. And even then, Nanako can enter the TV world on her own. But she's in this world? Can't believe it for a moment. But what if it's true? Just coming into this world can tire a person out very quickly. On top of that, someone who can't use a persona come here, it can sometimes even be fatal.
Where is she? Yosuke, where's Nanako?
Whoa, what's gotten into you, partner? No need to get hysterical.
Why are you so calm about this? You know what happened to her last time she came here.
Nanako did come into this world once last year. It was not something any one of us would have wanted to happen. It was the start of a whole chain of events. Remembering them is heart-wrenching, even now. Yet, no, even then it might be wrong for me to lash out at Yusuke for the way he's acting. Calm down. I need to think straight here. All Yusuke said was that he saw her with Teddy. Then, was Nanako brought here by Teddy? If he's the leader of his tsunami...
Yosuke, be straight with me. Are you sure Nanako is with Teddy?
How should I know? If I had to guess, I'd say she's probably still with him. Man, are you alright? Are you that worried about Nanako-chan? It's no wonder people look at you funny, thinking you have a sister complex.
Sense of wrongness that I've been feeling this whole time is getting even stronger. True, Yusuke may say some insensitive thing, but mostly that's because he reads too much into the situation and become outspoken. He's not the type of guy to enjoy making hurtful remarks like this.
Yosuke, are you alright?
Huh? What are you talking about? I should be the one saying that to you. She's not even your real sister. All that big bro stuff really creeps me out. It was a while ago that I saw her. It's probably too late to save her now. You know how things went last year, after all.
Yosuke.
It's definitely not the Yusuke I know. Yusuke is my friend. He wouldn't be so callous as that. At least, I thought so up until now. He was the one who had to face the pain of losing someone he cared about when the murders first started last year. I can't hate him for accidentally mentioning someone who was that, but the way he's acting, he's doing this on purpose. I suddenly drop my sword and face Yusuke.
Draw your weapon. You'll get your fight.
What? Dude, what are you saying? You told me you let me win by default.
To be honest, I was thinking that this Yusuke before me was some kind of fake. I even wondered if something had happened to him and Yusuke's shadow had appeared again in this world. But this wrongness that I keep sensing is nothing like that. This probably is the real Yusuke. And the strangeness I feel is because these words really are coming out of the mouth of someone I never thought would say that. So then...
I don't know if you're being controlled or if there's something else going on here. Either way, You must understand the best way to resolve the situation.
There's no way to tell if I'm saying it's getting through to him at all. But if I want to figure out what's going on, I just have to fall for this trap once.
Sorry, but I'm gonna go all out. No hard feelings.
Huh? All that talk and you're gonna fight against your partner after all? Well, whatever. Let's hurry up and get this started. Ready?
Okay, let's start the fight. You Narukami Yusuke. I never played this game before.
Here comes Yosuke Senpai! Sign of Junis!
Quick, strong. Persona, Rage and Furious, All Out Attack. One more chancel first. I don't know what's happened.
Oh my! They lost!
Amazing, Sensei! Keep that up and zoom on ahead!
Ahead? You're gonna continue with this? Teddy, about Nanako.
I don't want to spoil the surprise. If you want to find out, you'll have to get to me! And I can't say why, but I think you should hurry.
Wanted to shut off. Still haven't learned anything about Nanako. But he did seem to have been expecting me to ask about her. I don't want to think about it, but Nanako really may be here. The moment the monitor turned off, the student begins to leave like wave in the receding tide. No, they don't look like student anymore. There's something inhuman just taking the shape of student. I was to focus on the fight to notice, but it seemed their true form were coming through. They look like silhouettes. Could they be shadows? Even so, I don't sense any hostility from them. Well, if they're not a threat and they're going away, there's no need to chase after them. Besides, there's something more important to do right now.
Yosuke, are you alright?
I walked toward where Yosuke lies collapsed on the ground and given him my hand to help him out.
Ow, couldn't you hold back a little? I seriously thought you were gonna kill me.
The same went for you. I wouldn't have stood a chance if I held back on you.
Yosuke grimaced in pain as he stained, but he doesn't seem to have suffered any severe injuries. That's good. I know I couldn't risk going easy on him, so I was a little worried it actually hurt him. But once we get a good look at each other, Yosuke's demeanor shut on his cheeks.
Anyway, that aside, shut up about the nurses already. It's not like that's the only thing I ever think about.
What's this about nurses?
Huh? You were harping on it the whole time. How can you stand there and constantly bash my taste in women with a straight face? Is it such a crime to like nurses?
Wait a second.
I don't understand why he's suddenly angry, but it's not making any sense at all. I tell Yusuke to calm down and go over what he thought had happened before the fight. We learned that our memories of what each other has been saying didn't match up at all. According to Yosuke, it seemed that I'd been, well, teasing him about his teasing woman. Yosuke was so heated up over what I supposedly said that he almost went into graphic detail, but I stopped him before things went too far. I mean, really? It's best for both associates if we pretend this had never happened. But thanks to our conversation after the battle, I've come to realize something. If we've been hearing each other say things neither of us had been meaning to say, then...
Yosuke, let me ask you something. Is it true that Nanako is here in this world?
She is?
Yosuke's at loss for words. He had no idea what I was talking about. It's just as I told. Yosuke doesn't know anything about Nanako. That's true, then what I had heard Yosuke saying before the fight was something that Yosuke couldn't possibly have seen. This only makes me more convinced that I have the right idea. What I had heard wasn't what Yosuke had meant to say. I don't know how, but something else had made Yosuke say those words even if he didn't know he was saying them. That reminds me, Teddy on the screen had said that I need to get to him if I want to find out the truth. Does that mean that Teddy has done this to us?
I guess there's no choice but to keep going.
Nanako is a good friend with Teddy. Don't want to imagine it happening, but if Teddy wanted to kidnap Nanako, it's certainly possible he could have. I want to go home at once and check to make sure she's okay, but I have no idea where I am. Even worse, Teddy holds the means of returning to the real world. There's no way out here unless I find Teddy on my own.
Taking off?
Yeah.
Well, be careful.
Be careful, I'm worried about you. Do your best. I sense a lot of emotion behind those words. Yes, I know I'm hearing the real Yosuke. I take Yosuke cheering me on the heart and leave the music room. Teddy had said that only the winner could go on this tournament. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's probably not a lie. Yosuke understands that as well. That's why he's trusting me to sort it all out and lets me go without much thought. He's frightened that he can't help me out. Could just be jumping to conclusion there. After all, Teddy did say that was the rule, but we don't have any proof either way. Well, I might as well see what he meant by that. I stopped walking and turned back to Yosuke.
One last thing. About those nurses.
Quit it already! Are you out of your mind again?
Yosuke turned bright red and rushed toward me, flailing wildly in an attempt to stop me from finishing. And... then there's a painful sounding noise as he ran into something invisible and slowly slide to the floor.
What is this?
So there's an invisible wall. Looks like the loser can't leave the room.
Looks like there's some force that prevents the loser from leaving the area where the fight took place. It's likely that every time one of these battles happen here, the winner will get shot out this way. That's annoying.
I see how it works now. Thanks.
If Teddy really has kidnapped Nanako, there's no time to lose.
Use me as your guinea pig? Wait, that's it? Hey, don't wear yourself out, alright?
Turn away as Yosuke shot at me. Not you worry, Yosuke. I'll give him a quick smile for leaving the area for real this time. That moment, I felt a wave of disoriented crash over me. I'm surprised that this is happening without warning. But it's not a threat. After all, I know this feeling all too well.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
I had been leaving the music room. Now I'm sitting in the Velvet Room for some reason. Margaret greets me with her usual smile. This room is truly mysterious. But why would she summon me like this? Margaret seems much suspicious expression and speaks up.
Things have only just begun, and yet you already seem tired. The misfortune that has befallen you can be thought of as a sort of trial.
A trial?
I want to know the details behind her words, but I know that she won't answer me, even if I ask. The inhabitants of the Velvet Room never reveal everything. That's because they can only watch over the choice their requests make. Margaret's smile broadens when she sees that I don't intend to ask her anything.
Indeed. I am an observer on your journey. I would do nothing so thoughtless as to force you to make choices. You do not need such provocations. I already know that you shine brilliantly enough.
Scientific speaks of. Could it be my ability to use personas?
Yes, that is part of your brilliance. Personas are masks of resolution, strengthened by controlling one's heart, by forming bonds. You understand this well, don't you?
Yeah, that's how we all fought up till now.
Yes, indeed. But one's heart is intangible. It cannot be seen and cannot be felt.
Oh, the voice like a Dachi more than it's Yosuke.
When polished, it releases a strong light unlike anything else. But it can also be clouded by trivial things. Have you ever felt that way?
Okay, you can choose. They might be true. That may be true, that's not true.
You truly are strong. I find that very appealing about you. But you should remember that not everyone is as strong as you.
Margaret fully faded away as he answered me.
From here on, you will be forced to re-examine the things you know as bonds. How will you face the changes to come, and what choices will you make?
When I opened my eyes again, I'm in the school hallway. I turn around and see the door to the music room close behind me. Was I only summoned to the velvet room in spirit? There's no way for me to figure out what just happened, but I think back on what Margaret has told me.
Changes, huh?
Even though the people of the velvet room avoid saying much, what little they do have to say always has meaning. Well, it's true that Margaret had said some strange thing while I've known her, but she's never said anything meaningless while on duty. I would assume that this would be the case now. I may have to keep her word to heart. In any case, I need to concentrate on this case from now. I'm sure I'll understand the meaning behind what he said when the times come. I must proceed. Though this bizarre place looked nothing like Yasogami High, I had the building seemed strangely familiar as I ran through it. Eddie has appeared on the monitor in the music room. From the look of things, he appeared to be behind what has happening. But I heard Rise's voice over the school PA system before my fight with Yosuke. If this school works anything like a real one, I can make a good guess as to where Teddy and Rise are.
Might be the announcement room.
But of course, things aren't that easy. Those invisible walls keep getting in my way where I go. It seems that some of this world don't let anybody through no matter if they won or lost their fight. Every single time I run into one, I'm forced to take another path. It's like my route already set for me.
I feel like I'm being led somewhere.
I stop for a moment in the hallway out of the practice building and monitor myself while I take a look around. Who is? No. Where are they trying to lead me? At that moment...
Hey, you there! You're one of them participants in that there Grand Prix thing, right?
A voice that I don't recognize at all breaks me from my reverie. I instinctively jump back and draw my sword in surprise.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the big idea? You could poke someone's eye out swinging that thing around.
I seem to see a girl that I've never seen before. Was she part of that crowd? No, she looks like a real person. She was caught up by surprise when I suddenly pointed out my weapon at her. After she flinches, the words don't lose any of their intensity. How bold of her. It may seem like an odd thing to say, but it's what suddenly crossed my mind. But this girl doesn't seem to have any intention of attacking me. I said my sword, but remain cautious.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Sorry ain't gonna cut it. What were you gonna do if you hurt one of the students here, huh? You can't go pulling that stuff without student council approval.
Alright, the jig is up. I'm putting the kibosh on this tournament right now.
What is Cabos?
Hey, wait, hold on a second. I'm not in this because I want to be. I'm trying to stop the tournament.
I'm trying to act non-threatening, but the girl continued to glare at me. Who in this world is this girl? She's wearing a Yasogami High uniform. She said something about the student council, but I don't recognize her. You don't encounter people here in this world that often. If a person is here, then they're either a persona user or
Why are you here, by the way? Wait, did you fall inside a TV?
That's right. I might have put it a little differently, but if she can't enter the TV herself, the only possibility is that someone threw her in. That was what happening in the murders from last year.
All inside a TV. What kind of nonsense is that?
It's not aware of it. But if she was a persona user, I don't see why she hid that fact. If she was trying to keep that from me, then she wouldn't have come to talk to me like this. And does this mean she's a victim after all? Carefully choose my word to avoid provoking the girl and introducing myself.
You Narukami. I was a second year at Yasogami High until last year.
Huh? Last year? But that uniform.
Oh no, this is kind of my usual equipment when I'm in the TV world.
Equipment?
Never mind. Forget it.
Well, if you were only around till last year, I ain't gonna blame you for not knowing. I'm the new student council president. Nice meeting you.
The student council president? If I remember correctly, the student council elections should take place just before the holidays. I have no knowledge who won any of those elections since I left Inaba before they took place. That reminds me, I didn't have any friends on the student council last year either. This girl may very well be the president, no reason not to believe her.
Now it's your turn to spill. You said you ain't in the tournament because you want to be. Then what are you doing here? And what's this tournament about in the first place?
I feel that if I don't explain things clearly to her, it will only provoke her further. But trying to tell her everything about what's going on here will only confuse her. I'll leave out the fact that this place is inside the television and tell her about the other things that are going on. First, I'll tell her about Teddy. That a friend of mine is likely the one who set this tournament up. Second, that I encountered some of my friends who were dragged into this as well, but they were acting strangely. And sure, that's my cousin Nanako still in elementary school, but have been dragged into this mess. The girl calling herself the student council president seems skeptical, while talk but evidently the psych.
So if I got this right, you didn't start this, but your friend did.
Yeah, that's the gist of it.
Well, you don't seem like you're lying.
It seemed that she somehow grabs the gist of what I was trying to say. I thank her out of politeness, but she laughed and asked why I'm thanking her. There's still one more difficult task left at hand. How do I make her understand that all this is within another world, one crossed by going through the TV screen? It still appears to be energetic, but it doesn't change the fact that she's in danger. I have to get her out of this world, no matter what. Where did the sound come from?
Hey, that sounded like it came from the gym. I ought to tell you to go home, but I get that you're worried about your sis. Come on, let's go check it out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what we choose. I'll put this the same. The woods are running at the same time. I reach my full running speed when something occurs to me. I'm surprised to see this Miss President keeping pace right beside me. Just standing still in this world would be strenuous for a normal person, but she doesn't even seem out of breath. It's quite impressive. I take a moment to quietly praise the girl running next to me.